Good morning all. We have been covering Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Patanjali Yoga Sutra, that 195 sutras are there. It is divided into 4 chapters: Samadhi Pada, Sadhana Pada, Vibhuti Pada and Kaivalya Pada. 4 sections are there. We have been covering the Samadhi Pada. It's meditation techniques, how to do the sadhana. Patanjali starts off saying that doing the purpose of doing yoga to quieten the mind, calm the mind, find the serenity within. That's the purpose of Chitta Yogaha, Chitta Vritti Nirodhaha. Further he elaborates that how to, last week we covered how to attain the quietitudeness within us, Shraddha, Virya, Smriti, Samadhi and it's a Prajna. We covered that one last week. And Patanjali further says we can attain the calmness, stillness, quietness within us in the physical level through doing asana. And in the breath level we can find the serenity, calmness doing pranayama. And in the mental state we can find the serenity and calmness while dealing with the people, like Maitri, Karuna, Muditata, Upekshana. While dealing with develop friendship only with the people who are joyful, who are positive in their life, who are energetic. Make friendship only with those people who are always complaining, who are always negative. Stay away from those people because they will influence you also. Associate only with the people who are positive in their nature, positive in their attitude, always joyful, always cheerful. Make friendship with those people. Maitri, Karuna, be compassionate to the people who are in trouble, who are in distress. And Muditata, take delight in whatever good is happening in the world. Take delight in that one. And Upekshana, if anyone is ridiculing you and criticizing you, ignore those people, not to get into argumentation. And these are the 4 qualities in the mental level. And in the spiritual level, Patanjali says physical level, asana. I will cover that one in the next week, that in the pranayama, how to find the peace in the pranayama. And in the mental level, Maitri, Karuna, Muditata, Upekshana, Sukha, Dukkha, Punya, Apunya Vishayanam. That these on 4 things, adopt those 4 principles, it is useful for every one of us. And in the spiritual level, Iswara Pranidhaanadva, surrender to the Lord. That without surrender, without the devotion to the Lord, whatever peace you attain doing asana, whatever peace you attain through pranayama, whatever peace you attain through Maitri, Karuna, Muditata, Upekshana is not sustainable. If you want to have a sustained peace, be devoted to the Lord. Surrender to the Lord. It's a surrendering part, that it's called as Iswara Pranidhaanadva. Why I have to surrender to the Lord? That he further explains that the Lord is, he defines what is God, that supreme. He is beyond. There is no, it's an obligation, klesha. There is no, it's a deformities in God. No klesha, no karma, no obligatory duty he has. And no vipaka. Vipaka, he is not subject to birth, death, decay, disease, and he is not conditioned by other things. That is the God. That God is not conditioned what we conceive. That some good, some bad, old, birth, disease, it is much beyond that one. And he defines that Iswara, that Sarvajñatva, that he has the knowledge, infinite knowledge he has. Whereas we have the knowledge in a very seed form, very small, minuscule knowledge we have, whereas the Supreme, that Lord, he has the infinite knowledge. He is not conditioned by anything, not conditioned by the things we undergo. And he has infinite knowledge, that Sarvajñatva is there, that Sarvajñatva. And he says further that surrendering to the God, that all the obstacles in the it is called as, in Patanjali, calls that name that there are 14 hurdles in their life that I mentioned in the beginning of this class, that 14 obstacles which pulls us down seeking higher things. Patanjali, he talks about it is called as Antaraya. Antaraya means one which prevents us. These are the things which pulls us down. Antaraya. He breaks the barrier of Antaraya. And so that we won't have those difficulties, that 9 obstacles to our sadhanas. He talks about, I will cover that one in detail. Vyadi, Sthana, Samshaya, Pramada. Vyadi is a disease. Sthana is intellectual saturation. I can't take any more. We'll explain that one next week. Vyadi, Sthana, Samshaya, Pramada, Alasya, Avirati. Avirati is excessive indulgence. It's a Bhranti Darshana. Alabdha Bhumikatva. It's ani that you can't sustain. Alabdha Bhumikatva and Anavastita Tattvani, Anavastita, that sustained. You practice, start something and give up. These are the 9 obstacles to the sadhana. And Iswara Pranidhana, he explains again and again the greatness. It's why you have to surrender to the God. And he defines that one. Another name for the Iswara is Tatra Vachaka Pranava. Tasya Vachaka Pranavaha. The Supreme is also called as Om. Omkara, that he is also called by the name of Om. And contemplate on the meaning of Om. He says, Tajjapa, Tadartha Bhavanam. We contemplate on the meaning of Om. That is Omkara. Omkara, that's why when we do the Vedic studies, they say, the first thing they say, Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. We won't say Haraha Om, we don't say Ganapati Om. It says Harihi Om, Harihi. There is a Visarga is there. He. Hari alone is Om. It is to stress on that one. It is say that Lord, that all-pervasive Lord alone is Om. To know that Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, I salute, to bow down to the Guru. He revealed this secret to me. I read the Vedas. We don't know why we are reading the Vedas. It says each word, each letter describes about the Hari. To understand him, I am reading the Veda. That is the Harihi Om. Hari, He. Hari means Lord, all-pervasive Lord. To know about him, I am reading Hari. He means he alone is the Om. Not everyone, that it's whoever, even the Shaiva sect or Ganapati sect, they won't say Haraha Om or Ganapati Om. Everyone who is reading the Vedas, who start learning the Vedas, first thing they say, Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. This is the starting. The Patanjali says that Iswara is called as Pranava. Contemplate on the meaning of that one. Then only the secret of Vedas will be revealed to you. Without that one, without understanding this first letter, the first concept, that however I may sit for 2 hours, 3 hours of chanting, still if I don't understand the meaning, that essence of that one, Harihi Om, to understand this one, I am reading the Vedas. And Iswara Pranidhaanadva, surrender it to the Lord. It is, yesterday somebody called me up from my work that they said she said she has been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and last year I think I went walk with her, and she said she doesn't believe in God and whatever, that she's a carefree, is a free thinker, and yesterday she was total in despair that days are numbered. She asked me a solution. Please tell me what I should do. She can't sleep. She can't concentrate, mind is all over the place. And it says that it has to be inculcated right from the childhood, that it is not something in the last minute. It's my day is ending tomorrow. If I prepare now, it won't happen. Right from childhood, it should be ingrained in our blood. That for me, that my mother is an inspiration. Right from childhood, as I remember, even a small child, when she gets up, first thing she does, she bows down to the God. It's go to the altar, she bows down, thanking him for waking her up. That is oh, thank you very much for waking me up. That bow down, then it's a bathing or whatever, and cooking, feeding us, and does her japa, then she has her food. That though it was she was doing that as a child, she never explained why she is doing, but it went into my blood. That that's why India has become so great, that learn from their mothers, that they inspire. That because of her, and my father is a great contributor to the society, he is a great devotee of the Lord, that it went into into my blood, and thousands of people have learnt yoga through me. That India became great because of this. Parents set an example. We take our children to Chinmaya mission or Ramakrishna mission, let them learn. It won't happen. That it has to be practiced at home. That they say, okay, you learn there, and at home we do whatever we want. It won't happen. That it has to be practiced, be a role model for your children, and not expect at the age of 80 that or 60 or if a cancer is there, my days are numbered, what I have to do. That it won't happen. It has to be ingrained from the early days. That many young people are there, be a role model, then they will learn by itself. Set an example and they learn. That not ask them to do something, they won't do that way. You be a role model and they will follow you. And this is the Patanjali again and again talks about Iswara Pranidhaanadva. Surrender to the God. That is 4 levels of attaining the peace. One is the asana, one is in the breath level, one is the social level, in the mental level, and it's a core is the Iswara Pranidhaanadva, surrender to the God. And that Tasya Vachaka Pranava. And we have been learning the Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter. It's called as Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga, that it's what is the qualities. It talks about what is Bhakti, how to do the Bhakti, what are the qualities of the Bhakta. It talks about this one. It is a only short chapter. It has only 20 shlokas and easy to learn. Arjuna Uvacha Evam Satata Yuktaye Bhaktas-tvam pariyupasate Echapyaksharam avyaktam Tesham ke yoga vittamaha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Maya Veshya Mano Yemam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopeta Te me Yukta Tamamataha Yetyaksharam Anirdeshyam Avyaktam Pariyupasate Sarvatra Gamachintyancha Kutastam Achalam Dhruvam Sanniyam Indriya Gramam Sarvatra Samabuddhayaha Te prapnuvanti mameva Sarvabhuta hite rataha Klesho adhikarastesha ಅವ್ಯಕ್ತಾಸಕ್ತ ಚೇತಸಾಂ ಅವ್ಯಕ್ತಾ ಹಿ ಗತಿರ್ದುಃಖಂ ದೇಹವದ್ಭಿರವಾಪ್ಯತೆ ಏತು ಸರ್ವಾಣಿ ಕರ್ಮಾಣಿ ಮಯಿ ಸನ್ಯಸ್ಯ ಮತ್ಪರಾಃ ಅನನ್ಯೇನೈವ ಯೋಗೇನ ಮಾಂ ಧ್ಯಾಯಂತ ಉಪಾಸತೆ ತೇಷಾ ಅಹಂ ಸಮೋದರ್ಥ ಮೃತ್ಯು ಸಂಸಾರ ಸಾಗರಾತ್ ಭವಾಮಿ ನ ಚಿರಾತ್ ಪಾರ್ಥ ಮಯ್ಯಾವೇಶಿತ ಚೇತಸಾಂ ಮಯ್ಯೇವ ಮನಾದಸ್ತ್ವ ಮಯಿ ಬುದ್ಧಿಂ ನಿವೇಶಯ ನಿವಶಿಷ್ಯಸಿ ಮಯ್ಯೇವ ಅಥ ಊರ್ಧ್ವಂ ನ ಸಂಶಯಃ ಅಥ ಚಿತ್ತಂ ಸಮಾಧಾತುಂ ನ ಶಕ್ನೋಷಿ ಮಯಿ ಸ್ಥಿರಂ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸಯೋಗೇನ ತಥೋ ಮಾಮಿಚ್ಛಾಪ್ತುಂ ಧನಂಜಯ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸೇಪ್ಯಸಮರ್ಥೋಸಿ ಮತ್ಕರ್ಮ ಪರಮೋ ಭವ ಮದರ್ಥಮಪಿ ಕರ್ಮಾಣಿ ಕುರ್ವಂ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಮವಾಪ್ಯಸಿ ಅಥೇತದಪ್ಯಶಕ್ತೋಸಿ ಕರ್ತುಂ ಉದ್ಯೋಗಮಾಶ್ರಿತಃ ಸರ್ವಕರ್ಮ ಫಲತ್ಯಾಗಂ ತತಃ ಕುರು ಯಥಾತ್ಮವಾನ್ ಶ್ರೇಯೋ ಹಿ ಜ್ಞಾನಮಭ್ಯಾಸ ಜ್ಞಾನಾಧ್ಯಾನಂ ವಿಶಿಷ್ಯತೆ ಧ್ಯಾನಾತ್ ಕರ್ಮ ಫಲತ್ಯಾಗ ತ್ಯಾಗಾತ್ ಶಾಂತಿ ಅನಂತರಂ ಅದ್ವೇಷ್ಟ ಸರ್ವಭೂತಾನಾಂ ಮೈತ್ರ ಕರುಣ ಏವ ಚ ನಿರ್ಮಮೋ ನಿರಹಂಕಾರ ಸಮದುಃಖ ಸುಖಕ್ಷಮಿ. So these are the qualities we already mentioned. Santushta satatam yogi, always happy, always cheerful. That devotee, qualities of the devotee, not always complaining. It's a quality of the devotee. Santushta satatam, come what may, always happy. Santushta satatam, satatam not sometime, always happy, always cheerful, always smile on the face. Santushta satatam yogi. Santushta satatam yogi. Maitra Karuna Evacha, Maitri, that he is a friendly. It's a Maitri Karuna, we talked about that one. Maitri Karuna Evacha. And he's always, it's a friendly and Karuna, always compassionate. Nirmamo Nirahankara, he has no, it's a ego that it's not me and mine. This is treasure, I want to preserve myself. He's beyond that one. Nirmamo Nirahankara. Sukha dukkha, sama dukkha, sukha kshami. That sukha dukkha kshami, always forgiving. That if somebody does against also, that always forgiving. This very generous. And next one, we'll talk about that one next week. It talks about santushta satatam yogi yatatma drida nischaya. Always drida nischaya. He is not, it's today some path, he cannot be convinced. It's taken away from his path. His drida nischaya. He said he knows his goal, that he is always treading towards the goal. He cannot be severed away from, he or she cannot be severed away from the path. That is the qualities of the devotee. We will expound on that one next week.